Good morning and happy Easter, everyone. I am doing this reading on the 19th in the morning, so I won't know all the details, but so far we have so much good news coming out from the protest, the 50-51 hands-off protest coming down against Felon 45 and Elmo. So there's that. And then we also have good news about SCOTUS blocking the Venezuelan deportations from Texas to El Salvador. It's a temporary block anyway, but it was 7 of them, only 7 of SCOTUS who said, block. But of course, it was Alito and Thomas that dissented. And hats off to Chris Van Hollen, Senator Chris Van Hollen, for going down and successfully being able to meet Kilmar Abrego Garcia. And then also news came out about that. And so Chris Van Hollen said that the El Salvadorian vice president told him that Trump said he would pay them $12 million to take, to take whoever ICE rounded up. I would think that's totally illegal, but yeah, man. So, okay. Boy, and the astrology, I can't wait to show you the astrology. It's amazing. I have allowed for reversals for this political reading. And let's see. How's it going to go down for Trumpy today? I guess he's not, you guys are telling me that they're not doing the Easter egg whatever until Monday. Like, why is that? Because he's golfing on Sunday or something? Like, why? Why can't you do it on Easter Sunday? Or do they always do it on Monday? Fuck if I know at this point. God. Oh. Anyway, I just want the truth. What is happening? Well, definitely this one's just popping up. Okay, well, somebody's being quiet, at least in the morning. Quiet, and I'll just take this one and stuck there too. Oh, because something's going to be revealed. Whoa. Okay, now hold on. If I were to look at this card as a little bit of maybe some, well, we know he's not soul searching. We know he's not, he never shuts up, so I don't think he's going to be quiet. I think this has to do with feeling alone and feeling isolated. Feeling alone, not really successful. Somebody's shining a light. Virgo brings out a lot of information. It's ruled by Mercury. So maybe this is him. Maybe there is a little tiny bit, just a little, just much, only just much, of introspection, because I think he knows by now, after all these protests and the millions of protests, the millions of people have already protested, and you add this, from what's going to happen today. And they're protesting all over the world for us, too. They're helping us. Other countries are helping us. So all of that has to, all of that bright light that we're putting out, it has to be revealing something to him. Huh. And if not him, other people. Maybe this is about the GOP finally getting some facts. Because we have the South Node in Virgo right now. The South Node, which, is about shining the light, and definitely shining the light on the past. Okay, right there. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles. So, what else it could be? If I were to just focus this on Trump and talk about his health and his vitality with the the Hermit card here, this can be an acute illness. It can be a virus that's going on. It can be problems with his head. And, well, yeah, we know he has problems with his head, but it's even my card for appendicitis, spleen, digestion, intestines, the whole endocrine system. And this is a major, with the Five of Pentacles, this is a health problem. It's a health and money problem. This is so remember, this is for Trump and Elon. They're being rejected. Maybe we could read this literally as they're snorting up a bunch of snow of some kind, right? High as a kite, hiding and snorting. But anyway, just to dive in just a little further with this Five of Pentacles here. This is our card, again, of being isolated. Both of these are isolation, feeling alone. This card is also about worry, and, there's two people, so it's got to be both of them. I think this one would be Trump, and this one would be Elon. But they both do enough drugs to really cause negative effects on their bodies. They both have, and they both still do. So yeah, wow. This is also a card of being in a mental fog, and again, respiratory issues and just dulled senses. But usually we look at this as financial loss, job loss, isolation, and just, generally feeling insecure. So, okay. Well, I'll just set these aside over here. And then for you guys, I shuffled a little bit, but let me get back in. And this one is the Light Seers Tarot. Oh God, I got a whole lot of matching going on here. I didn't plan on that. I only have 2 colors of mattes, and the other one is a really bright salmon pink that I absolutely love, but on the camera it comes out red, and I don't want to give that to Trump. I'm doing a red for him. So, but this is for you guys. What do you need to know? What for Sunday, Easter Sunday? And just in case you guys didn't already see it in my posts section, if you scroll over, if you're on click on my photo, it'll take you to my page, and then which you're probably already there if you're watching this, but in the post section, if you slide over, if you scroll over, there's a bunch of like videos, playlists, live, and then it says posts. Under the post section, I put, it's kind of like my Facebook page because I refuse to be on Facebook. So you guys get everything. I'm on Blue Sky now, though, too. If you want to join me there, I will definitely follow you back, especially if you let me know, hey, shout out from YouTube. But anyway, I posted the most beautiful song I've ever. Oh darn! I don't have her. I have her CD. It's in my kitchen because I'm trying to figure out a way to upload it to into music for me. But anyway, Pam Rose. So I posted. If you go, it's probably about 4 or 5 posts down now because I posted a bunch this morning. Obviously, this one's flying out. Oh, okay, nice. And oh my God, she has such a beautiful voice. And there's a beautiful song written for Mother Mary. And it's she thought it would be a good time to share it on Easter, so she got it uploaded yesterday onto her YouTube channel, so you can watch it there. And please subscribe to her. I'm trying to get her to upload everything else. Well, she's working on it as fast as she can, but she's very busy, a very successful singer, songwriter, singer, musician, unbelievable musician. Oh goodness, we have the 5 of Pentacles too. Oh, but with the Ten of Swords. Okay. So, in the morning, this feels like, well, on one level, this could be religion and traditions, but this to me, with the artwork of the Hierophant, I mean, traditionally, this is a card of our belief system. It's a card of, like I said, honoring traditions and what we hold on to. Also, what we will conform to, But I get the feeling with, especially with this artwork, it's that we already know that love, all the particles, or all the sparkling light and particles are within every cell in our body. The forces of love lives inside of us. So you don't have to, be identified with a religion, but if you are, this is perfect for Easter Sunday. It really is, actually. And I love that, he's laughing. Like, he's, yeah, we climb those stairs to finally figure out that it's inside of you. It's not outside of you. The love is inside of you. The proof that you have a heart beating and that you can love is the proof that the forces of love lives within you. So, based on that, do not allow any issues of self-esteem that have been haunting you to really, affect you at all. Just know that we all go through hard times. We all go through betrayals. We all go through feeling insecure and worrying all the time. Or worrying, we do have a lot to be concerned about right now. We really, really do. But, again with the artwork, if she could get up and take that key and open the door, she'd realize that she has her own inner sanctuary of light. And then we can walk away from the betrayal. We can walk away from face plants, being stabbed in the back. We can just walk away from the things that we are just so done with. And no matter what happens, I mean, it's one of those things that I hate to say out loud, but I think to myself, what's the cross I'll go down on? Because I'm going to fucking die someday anyway, right? We're all going to die. So what do we really, really, really believe in? And what would we fight for? I'll never get behind deport, like children being separated from their parents and parents being deported and illegal scooping up people and putting them in another country's gulag. I will never get behind that. So when you leave this life, right? When we go, we leave this life. I would think that we would be recovered from any self-esteem issues. And we would know deep down inside who we are. And we really, truly believe in ourselves. We believe in the forces of love because that's who we are. Right? So, yeah. And with Taurus, we can feel that in our being. There's two cards that relate to Taurus. And then Virgo. 2 earth signs. Okay, so here's the astrology. There's so much here. But I'm going to go fast because it's very focused. So here we are. We have a kite. The tail, the rudder is at the south node. So it's all about looking from the perspective of hindsight and the past. And it's pretty much pointing to everything up here in Pisces. Pisces, of course, has everything to do with immigration, victimization, people not taking responsibility and being all over the place. But it also, we're talking like masses of people with Neptune here. Neptune rules Pisces, but now that Neptune's in Aries, And now that Mercury is 3 degrees on the other side, almost, yeah, pretty much, 3 degrees on the other side of Neptune, Mercury has picked up information from the masses, and the masses are joining together in absolute courage with Mars in Leo. And Mars in Leo is opposing the moon in Capricorn that wants to get it done. And we're well beyond the firk around and find out phase. You know, I mean, at the intersection of fucking around and finding out, we're up against the powers of people who are cut off from their heart. The dark side of Aquarius is feeling, just people that think that they're above us. And there's no passion. It's the opposite of the loving Leo. But both of these signs, Leo and Aquarius on the dark side, can be narcissistic. So pat yourself on the back that you are not. And we're fighting against those who are. So there's that. That's huge. This is huge because this opposition, this contradiction here, or this the opposition brings in confrontation with the moon in Capricorn. It's of course from the public, and it's because the public has, or at least everyone protesting and everyone fighting for justice and fairness and equality, because most of all, on the light side, Pluto is the power of the people coming together and networking. And with the moon in Capricorn, this would be integrity, to not budge. We stand together for truth and for love. That's what integrity is all about. It's not about money. It's not about winning. And we have the trine to the south node. We've been through this before. Well, at least now we know how to organize too. Really, really well. But, with Mercury over here as the ruler of Virgo, this to me is like bringing in some divine order because we know so much from the past. And we've got the inconjunct over here to Eris, and so there's that courage of the feminine that has just so had it. We've had it. And with, this aspect here with Mercury on the other side of Neptune, it's bringing information regarding, from the past, who has been deceitful, who comes from this disillusioned state, which is Trump and Elmo, and who's going to go through some trouble in the future. And then especially, man, if I popped out Trump's chart here and showed you, it won't be today, but in a few days, this Mars here, Mars in Leo, will move into his 12th house. I think it's Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday the 22nd. And Mars is going to stay in his 12th house till June 17th. The 12th house is the house of self-undoing and karma. So if we're working in the light, we want to undo our karma and we want to work to clear that out. But if you're working in the dark, it is the house of troubles and bondage and limitations. And, you're sorry about something, but only because it's in your face and you won't look at it any other way. So again, back to seclusion. Now, I know Pisces rules the 12th house, but it would be very, hermetic. I don't know. So there's that. The 12th house for Trump, or for anybody, but for him especially, is that secrets will come out. Hidden things that were previously hidden will come out. And all of that's in motion, ever since the eclipse, because eclipses bring out information leaks, and they have been coming. So, okay. what else? With these three oppositions here from Virgo to Pisces, I really do think it is just pushing out the information that was hidden and is coming out, because Saturn is right there conjunct the North Node. They're so tight together. So Saturn ruling the government, the North Node ruling, in Pisces, going in the direction of support for the masses, but only if we fight. We have to fight. We always have to fight against this tyranny. So, and then later on this evening, so the moon here at 24, it'll hit Pluto at 11:20 p.m. And you guys know I always reinforce the fact that the approaching energy is stronger. So all day until almost midnight tonight Pacific, this is about the public protesting the power, the abuses of power in government, and then with the sesquisquadrate here to Jupiter, this is the expansion of gathering information to protest oligarchy, to protest, again, the abuses. So information going out, and I think we're just going to have tons and tons of good news. I can't wait to watch Rachel Maddow's show on Monday, because we know she's going to have so much information about all the protests. And I'm so grateful to all of you guys that can get out there and do that, and are doing it. So, yeah, handicapped people in wheelchairs even. And we're not having to march, it's just about gathering and being there. So yeah, if you live close enough. I don't. I'm hours away from like Portland and Salem. So, okay. Jupiter in the square to, it's an approaching square to Venus. So this is, the tension field with the feminine. And then also in a tighter approaching square to Ceres. We're in that realm of, again, the feminine. What do we nurture? How do we protect those who are vulnerable? Because Pisces is always about vulnerability, because it's about compassion and sensitivity towards that. It's also really, really, really good for any type of artistic work. Okay? This is really good for your creative self-expression. And, on one level, politically, you can see that by the signs that are created. It's wonderful, absolutely. And then this sextile here, this Neptune, see how Neptune's at 25 degrees, 41 minutes. Uranus is at 25 degrees, 44 minutes. This is exact. And that will be, and we also have Sun square Pluto too. Yeah, all of that. Whoa. Okay, that's intense. Yeah, this one I'm trying to remember the date. This act was exact at first. The Saturn, Venus is coming in there. Saturn already happened on in the beginning of the month. I just don't remember the date. First week of the month. But now, and you can see it's still an orb. It looks like a triple sextile. Sextiles are opportunities to manifest, but you have to do the work. Well, people are protesting and doing the work, and that's that shake-up there. And Uranus is in the powerful position, the position of power, because it's holding change. Uranus is about the change agent, or Uranus is the great awakener and is the the change agent. And where's the change going to? The government, and the women and women who fight for the vulnerable are at they're leading the way. And any family member, everyone that cares. And I'm so grateful to all the men out there that care, because there are so many that do not. And if you're a man who doesn't vote for a woman's bodily autonomy and equal rights, what are you doing? Like, what's your purpose here in life? If you don't honor the sanctity of the female that I mean, imagine being a mother and your sons vote against your own bodily autonomy. That is outright betrayal. So there's that, and that's, I think, another reason why we've had it. Goodbye. So with that sextile to the past, we're not forgetting. We're not forgetting the details. We know how we got here, and we're rebelling. And we're stubbornly rebelling and holding on because Uranus is in Taurus. Right? So there's that. Okay. So there you go. At the intersection right here of frick around and find out. People who don't care, people who have closed off their heart will be confronted because we're not going to forget. We might forgive at some point, but we're sure as hell not going to forget. Nobody forgets being treated that way. You just don't. And then the challenge is to try and forget and keep trying until you really can. And, maybe they're sorry. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so this, actually, let me go to there we go. Okay, so I wanted to show you see how the moon is at 24 degrees Capricorn. It's exactly squaring Chiron, again, which is about independence and autonomy. And we don't abandon ourselves just because others do. We keep charging forward. We keep daring. We keep asserting our uniqueness, our individuality. And we have the power of Eris. She is the most powerful planet here because it takes her 556 to 58 years to get around the planet, or to get around the zodiac. She's the planet that moves slowest, so she has the most power. Pluto's the second, but Pluto's the planet of transformation of the soul, so that you can self-empower. Self-individuate and self-empower, right? It's up to you first. So the moon is really, bringing home that message of that need for integrity. And then we have the sun today is actually went in yesterday, went into Taurus, but now the sun in Taurus squaring Mars. Whew. These are both fixed signs. Taurus and Leo are fixed signs. Oh, God. It's like, who's going to win? Because I could see this in the side of like narcissism, which is my will, or the highway, whatever, my will, my way, or the highway, go away. But I can also see this with the power of the people, and especially the feminine, because, Venus rules Taurus. And Venus will always help us make, comparison values. And being right there close to Saturn, it is about the structures of our life, and it is about limiting government who is abusing us. So there's that. But yeah, but it's that square to Mars that I wanted to talk about just for a second, because the sun is vitality. It's shining a light on something. The something in the sign of Taurus is our safety and security, and the principles, most of all, the principles that we hold dear, which is we're all equal under the Constitution, not under anything Trump says. He and Scrotus are supposed to abide by the Constitution. But for some reason or another, they think they're kings. I think we need to just continue to teach them that they're not. So anyway, so there's that. But I expect to see, because, of Jupiter Sesto square Pluto, I expect to see this, again, those expansions of gatherings, to protest. I think that will continue on because we have this until the 23rd. So we have 3 more days. And then by that time, the sun will be squaring Pluto exactly on the 23rd as well, about 10 a.m. So we can watch out for that. The 23rd should prove to be a big day. So yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and get this uploaded, otherwise it gets too long. And sending my love as always. Have a wonderful Easter and take good care. Bye.